So there's so much going on. We have to begin with, even though it's not the number 5 story, it should really be the number 1 story. Actually, you're going to talk about Air Canada, but we'll do that in a bit. The number 5 story that should be the number 1 story is really all about what's going on in the White House right now. So the European leaders are there, Zelensky's there, and what we're seeing is really nothing more than a capitulation by the White House. It seems like Donald Trump is basically forcing Ukraine into surrendering. I mean, there's no way to read it differently. The idea of a ceasefire, that sort of disappeared over the weekend after that disastrous Putin summit. And so what we're left with is, here's the president of the United States sitting next to Vladimir Zelensky discussing security guarantees. And in that conversation about security guarantees is the implication that they are actually going to have to give up land, because they only need security guarantees if they give up land. And the land that they're talking about is extraordinary. It's not even land that they've captured. It's just land they'd like to have. As you point out on deanblundell.substack.com today, there is a request for a lot of land by the Russians that, maybe the Ukrainians will capitulate and give in this land if they have the security guarantees. That is sort of the underlying weirdness of this so-called summit, or whatever it was you want to call it today, which really has everyone who cares about democracy, who cares about America's place in the world, worried, because where is America going if it can't emphasize its moral authority and positioning in terms of supporting a country like Ukraine?
Did you watch today's White House availability with Zelensky? Did you watch that?
Yeah, I did. We carried it live here in Narrative, actually.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we carried it. 11, I do a weekend roundup, and I was on the road today heading back from the cottage, and so stopped for a solid hour, and we caught the presser live, carried it live, laughed at it, talked about it.